Hello, MGTOW. Hello, men. This is Howard Dare. Thanks for stopping by. So, I want to talk about what I'm calling Teenage Wasteland, Overcoming Romantic Love. Because here's the thing, your condition, your biology, your physiology as a man is predisposed to serve women. That's evolutionary, it's evolution's trick to get you to sacrifice your life to get together with a woman. Okay, so there's all kinds of physiological rewards that a man gets from hanging around a woman, doing what a woman wants, as long as she's pleasant and friendly towards him and submissive towards him, right? So that's the dynamic, that's going on there. And the intelligent women, they don't break that matrix of control. You know what I mean? They maintain that illusion that the female has over the male of desirability, of willingness to be submissive, of respect and deference towards the man. Okay? In other words, you can't even do this against a little boy. You know what I mean? Like if there's a woman in the house and there's a young boy in the house and there's a frightening noise outside, that little boy considers himself the man of the house. And if you take that away from him, like if the woman says, "Oh, shut up, Johnny, there's nothing you can do," she's actually physiologically hurt that boy in a real fundamental way. And that's what women don't understand about masculinity, that it's a real biological, physiological thing. That it's one of the most powerful forces in the world, in nature. And women, they've actually got some of it, I believe so. But the woman, the female, wants the man to associate the physiological effects that being with a female has on him with her as an individual woman, okay? This physiological response of, call it love, call it attraction, call it affection, call it desire, whatever you want to call it. And it's slightly different in everybody, but essentially it's even the same hormones. So this reaction, the woman wants it, she wants to be the drug dealer. And the male wants to sacrifice himself to this. And you're set up to do this. This is what the whole system is about. You're set up physiologically, biologically, socially, culturally, and if you don't go that way, the whole system is going to shame the shit out of you. And it's horrible, right? It's horrible. It's no joke, all right? People, some of you might be hearing this and thinking, oh, well, people decide this, people decide that. No, all right? Two males go into competition for a female, all right? Doesn't matter what the competition is. One wins, one loses. The one that loses, when he walks away, he doesn't just walk away and his pride is hurt. He walks away and he dies. That's how much it hurts him. I'm talking about competitive reptiles and lizards, So, and the one that wins, he changes colors. His whole biology changes, right? You can have schools of fish, okay, where you have dominant fish that actually guard territories, okay? And he's a badass, and he'll beat the shit out of any, of the other males that come into the territory so that he can have access to all the females, right? Predatory fish. South America, cichlids. And he is the only colorful fish. He's blue, he's red, he's yellow, he's got all kinds of great colors, right? All the other fish, gray. That's it. Just gray. The females and the males, gray. All right. Now, if you take that dominant fish out of the area, he doesn't have to fight. He doesn't have to do anything. Okay. You just take him out of the area. The next dominant male fish will just adopt those colors as if by magic. So his whole physiology changes. Now, women know this. Okay. This is what makeup is all about. This is this idea of putting on this illusion of sexual viability when there is no sexual viability. That's the trick that's going on there. I hope you guys realize that without all the makeup, the women look pretty plain, and pretty weak and kind of soft and not too strong, not so healthy in most cases, right? But you put on all the makeup and it's like, wow, they're at their best. So yeah, they want to get men into this state, get them excited and use this particular mechanism to control the men. And the society, the advertising, the politics, the authoritative institutions, they're all using it too. They're all aware of it. The only ones who are not aware of it are the men who are under its influence. And this is what I'm talking about. You've got to overcome this blind addiction to women, this pussy worship. this, I'll do anything for women, it doesn't make you more of a man. It makes you, in my opinion, less of a man. Okay? There's a time for, this type of behavior. And I think it's between like the ages of, like 13 and, I don't know, 16. You can't even do it beyond that. But the society and the culture uses this to control the men. It's turned them into infants. It really has. Or it's allowed that to remain the case forever. And I'm not talking about video games. I'm not talking about anything like that. I love my games, right? I just put up a trailer for BioShock because I think it's a great game. And I think it's, got a great message. Where was I? So this response, this physiological response, this hormonal response that men have to women, and they have to... If you win the lottery or if you win a race that you've been working really hard at, you have a very similar response. If you get to the top of a mountain that you didn't think you could get to, you have a similar response. If you achieve goals, okay, there's a lot of things that are supposed to take the place of the man's response to women. And I don't mean sexual. I mean, you can just as well say, I'm going to get this feeling concerning the money I make. I'm going to get this feeling concerning the work that I accomplish. I'm going to get this feeling based on the amount of positive effect I have in the world. You're conditioned. That's it. Okay? Now, as the red pill awareness comes to the man, as MGTOW awareness comes to the man, as he experiences these entitled princess bitches stabbing him in the back and the blue pill men around him just going along with it because they want sex and they want to feel like a real man, as he experiences this, the awareness that, what he thought the women were and what they represented, they don't. And it fills him with nihilism, that life is meaningless. He has no purpose. And indeed, he has no way back to that physiological response that his body and his biology craves so much. Life becomes meaningless. It becomes, there's no reason to live. But there is. That was the trick. Convincing the man that the only reason for him to live was to take care of some princess bitch. And the men around you, the weak men around you, and all the women around you, and the children around you, they go along with this idea. That's it. That's their matrix. She'll lie, she'll cheat, she'll do anything that she can get away with. And it will be all right. Not only will she do it, it will be all right. And other people who see a man that gets damaged by this stuff, they won't feel a drop of compassion for him. They'll be like, you dummy, you disagreed with a woman openly? She started to cry, and you didn't just start, bowing down? You crazy? And indeed, the whole system will come down upon that man. And he'll be like, what happened? You know what happened, right? The female wants, the female needs, the female interests. So what I believe a man has to do is, is recognize, not give himself to that, and then to find the things in life which serve his interests that make him feel good, like making money, like being successful, like physical exercise. Why do you think people are, addicted to extreme sports? What do you think's going on there, right? Why is a person jumping out of a plane? Why is a person surfing down, a 30-foot wave? Why is a person, doing these things? Well, they want that chemical rush, that biological rush. And it's there. You can have it. And you better substitute something for it, right? You better substitute something for the worship of women. I do not envy, a 45-year-old man who's giving, his whole financial future over to a woman, and it's destroying his health, and she's made it impossible for him to see his kids, and, he's just stuck in that mode. You don't want to go there, but that's where society wants you to go. In other words, they want you to take that wedding vow seriously, but they don't expect her to take a wedding vow seriously. So find your own way, go your own way. The awareness, the red pill awareness, the MGTOW awareness is going to become more and more obvious, right? Because the matrix is breaking. The system is breaking down. You can't control the men without any positive reinforcement. You know what I mean? The men are just going to be like, well, this sucks, and I don't want to do it, and I don't really care how much abuse you're going to give me. In other words, the system is already turning the abuse on the men up to like 10 by the time, they reach adulthood. So then it's like, okay, well, I don't want to play this game, right? It's like a bad video game. That's what women are nowadays. They're like a bad video game. Okay, so I think you guys know what I'm talking about, or I think you understand what I'm trying to say, I hope, and I'm sure I'll have more to say on this, so let me know what you think about it in the comment section below. And please like, share, comment, subscribe, donate, and join me again, Howard Dare, as I plan to have more content for you. Thank you, MGTOW.